Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. And you might have done the assignment which I gave you in the last class. So please be up to date when you do all the homeworks given by all the teachers. Okay. Yes. So in the last class, you studied about different types of soil. Soil as a resource and different types of soil that can be seen in our country. And you studied till laterite soil. Okay. Yes. And here we have the next two soils, that is arid and forest soil. So first of all, arid soil. Arid, as the name indicates, arid soils can be seen in arid regions, means dry regions. So it's some points I have written on this board, you can see it clearly. Arid soils range from red to brown in color. So it has the color, it can be red, light red, or brown, light brown, like that. Okay, yes. And its a texture is sandy. It has sandy texture, means sandy soil it will be. And saline in nature, means that soil will be having salinity. Okay. Yes. And due to a dry climate and high temperature, soil lacks humus. If there is high temperature, evaporation also will be very high or faster. Okay. So due to dry climate and high temperature, evaporation will be very high. That's why soil lacks humus and moisture. And in its lower horizon region, which means that, see here you can see, I have drawn one picture here. So this is the lower horizon of which soil? Arid soil. And this is the higher horizon. It has full of sand, and in the lower horizon you can see calcium. If this is the layer of this arid soil, its lower horizon has Kangar nodules. Kangar, I told you already, Kangar means lime content or lime particles in the soil. Okay. So it has Kangar layer, which means that lime calcium content will be very high in this lower horizon. That is why water infiltration will be very difficult into the arid soil. Okay, as the bottom horizon or bottom layer of this particular soil has calcium content or Kangars, water infiltration, it restricts the water infiltration to the soil. Okay. Yes. But if we give proper irrigation and the proper what nutrients and all, or proper chemicals if we use, we can do cultivation in that region. That is why in some part of Rajasthan still cultivation is going on. Okay. Yes. The next type of soil is forest soil. These soils are found in hilly and mountainous regions of our country where sufficient rain, forests are available. So in our country, Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, northern part of Arunachal Pradesh, and we can see these type of soil. Yes. And it has different textures based on the mountainous environment where they are formed. So it is given in detail here. See, the snow-covered regions of this forest soil will be very much acidic due to denudation, and low humus content also will be here. Which denudation means breaking or removing away the surface of the earth, breaking or removing the rocks on the surface of the earth, which means that due to running of glaciers or due to wind, or when high landslides occur. Okay. So during all these times, the northern or the upper part of these regions will be broken, and which means these rocks will be broken and denudation will occur. At this time the surface will be having what? Humus content and all. It that also will be what? Washed away. Okay. Yes. So that is why humus content will be very less in the snow covered regions. Okay, that will be the texture of forest soil in this snow covered region. That is why I told you where they are formed based on the environment where they are formed, it has different textures. So this area will not be having much humus content. You understood, I think. Next one, in its upper slopes, in its river valley sides, in its upper slopes and lower part of the river side is given here. Okay, so the upper slopes of this river valley will be having coarse structure of soil. Coarse structure means it will not be smooth, as we can see here in this lower part. So here in the upper slopes of the river valley, the soil will be very much coarse or rough in texture. When it is in the valley sides, it will be having loamy and silty texture of soil. Okay, and in its lower part means this river terrace region, it has alluvial content. This forest soil will be having alluvial content, as all this humus will be flowing towards this lower part and deposited here. This region will be having more humus. You understood? Yes. So snow covered region less humus with high acidic content. At the same time, upper slopes, its texture will be coarse or rough in nature, and when we come to these valley sides, loamy and silty, and in this lower part where all the soils are deposited, it will be alluvial and fertile. You understood? So these are the main features of forest soil. Our next topic is soil erosion and soil conservation. The process of the removal of the topsoil due to wind, water and glacier is called soil erosion. Sometimes it can be happen due to the human activities like deforestation, overgrazing, construction and mining. So in this picture you can see a deep channel. So this is called gully erosion. That's a type of soil erosion. When the running water cuts through the clay soil and makes deep channels like this, it is called gully erosion. Okay. So this type of land or gullies you might have seen on our school ground. So it is common when the rain water or the water flows on the ground quickly. So this type of land can be seen in the different parts of our country. So in this picture you can see Chambal basin, that is called ravines. Okay, that is in Madhya Pradesh. So when this is full of gullies, as the picture indicates, and this type of land will become unfit for cultivation, and it is also known as bad land. This type of gully lands are called bad lands. And from this picture itself we can see that this is even not good for settlement. Okay. Yes, so this type of gullies or deep channels are made by the running water naturally. And this is a best example. So this region is located Chambal basin of our country, that is in Madhya Pradesh. So in the next picture you can see sheet erosion. Sometimes water flows as a large sheet over a large area down a slope. In such cases the top soil is washed away. So a large area, it is not like a deep channel. It is over a large area, and like a sheet the topsoil is gone. So this type of erosion is called sheet erosion. So this is not good for cultivation, as humus content will be washed away. And in desert regions you can see wind erosion. So that is not given, its picture is not given here. When the wind blows, loose soil will be taken away and deposited somewhere else, and that is called wind erosion. And in the next picture you can see terrace cultivation. So or contour lines cultivation you can see here, which means that this type of cultivation is very good for preventing soil erosion, that is practiced mainly in hilly regions of our country or mountainous regions of our country, especially northeast states. In our state, Kerala state, Munnar regions, Palakkad, Munnar regions and all, this type of terrace cultivation is going on very well, which is very good for preventing preventing soil erosion. Okay. Yes. and it is practiced in different parts of our country. It is called terrace farming or terrace cultivation. And in the next picture you can see strips, which means that large fields can be divided into strips of grasses or small trees. Rows of trees are planted, which breaks the force of the wind. Okay, so which is very good for preventing wind erosion as well as soil erosion. Then this method is called strip cropping. Okay, so this type of cropping method is called strip cropping, which is very good for preventing wind as well as soil erosion. So strips of soil erosion is also caused due to defective methods of farming. For example, when we plow the land in hilly regions, like an up and down method, there will be a chance of quick flow of water. So this water also will be eroding the surface soil. Okay, so this method, if it is an up and down method or vertical method, what will happen? There will be quick flow of water and the top soil will be washed away, so that soil erosion will be there. So if we do contour plowing, which means if we do plowing like this, water will not be flown faster. Okay, which means there will be a restriction for water to flow quickly, so that soil erosion will be less. So contour type of plowing will be very good in the hilly regions. By this the chapter is over, and I hope that you understood the definition for resources, different types of resources, resource planning, conservation of resources, land resource, land degradation, then land use pattern in India, conservation of land resources, soil, different types of soil, soil erosion and soil conservation. Okay, so if you have any doubts, I didn't get any call from you, which means that you understood all the topics I took. So even if you have any kind of doubt, please make a call. Okay, please contact me. And I'll be giving many questions for you as a homework. You have to copy it and also notes. Okay, thank you.